The Titanic is disappearing, but in 2026 it has never been more visible to the human eye. For over a century, our collective view of the world's most famous shipwreck was restricted by the crushing pressure and eternal darkness of the North Atlantic. We saw the wreck only in haunting fragments, glimpses through the thick acrylic porthole of a titanium submersible or the flickering lens of a tethered remote camera. We knew the bow was majestic and the stern was a mangled wreck, but we could never see the relationship between the two in a single clear frame. But as we move through 2026, the era of fragmented viewing has finally come to an end. Using a revolutionary Titanic digital twin, researchers have succeeded in what was once considered a scientific impossibility. They have drained the ocean. This high-resolution 3D map, constructed from millions of individual data points and hundreds of thousands of high-definition images, allows us to see the entire site for the first time since the morning of April 15, 1912. This isn't just a cinematic visual achievement. It is a profound forensic breakthrough that is rewriting the history of the disaster. This 2026 data is finally providing a definitive answer to the 100-year-old question of exactly how the ship broke apart, while new 2026 documentaries are utilizing this digital resurrection to uncover small, deeply personal artifacts previously hidden under layers of silt and rusticles in the massive Titanic debris field. To appreciate the scale of this achievement, we have to look at the sheer technical audacity of the high-resolution 3D scans completed in 2026. Creating a digital twin of an object nearly 900 feet long, sitting 2.5 miles down in a high-current environment, is the greatest challenge in the history of deep-sea archaeology. The project required specialized submersibles to spend over 200 hours, hovering just meters above the hull, equipped with 4K photogrammetry arrays. These cameras didn't just take pictures. They captured the depth, texture, and precise spatial coordinates of every rivet, every jagged piece of torn steel, and every discarded piece of coal. Over 700,000 images were stitched together by supercomputers to create a 3D model so precise that you can see the serial numbers on the bronze propellers and the delicate patterns in the tiles of the Turkish baths. When researchers talk about draining the ocean, they are referring to the ability to toggle off the water in the virtual model. In this digital environment, there is no murky sediment, no backscatter from lights, and no darkness. The Titanic sits in a clear virtual vacuum, allowing historians to fly over the wreck and see the big picture for the first time. We can now see how the bow sits upright, plowed deep into the mud, while the stern lies nearly 2,000 feet away, a chaotic testimony to the violence of the descent. This holistic view has finally allowed engineers to solve the mystery of the ship's structural failure. For decades, the breakup was a subject of intense debate. Did the ship snap at the surface? Did it happen underwater? Did the keel fail first? By applying 2026 finite element modeling, the same software used to test modern skyscrapers and aircraft, to the 3D digital scans, the sequence has been mapped with terrifying precision. The scans reveal that as the stern rose into the air, the immense weight of the engines and the water-filled aft sections created a tension that the upper decks were never designed to hold. However, the 2026 analysis shows that the ship didn't just snap like a twig. Instead, it underwent a complex twisting failure. The double bottom of the ship, the strongest part of the hull, actually acted as a massive hinge. As the top of the ship pulled apart, the bottom buckled upwards. For several agonizing seconds, the two halves of the Titanic remained connected by this steel hinge as they began their plunge, before finally tearing apart. The digital twin allows us to see the scarring on the metal at the breakpoint, providing the forensic proof that was missing for over a century. This is shipwreck exploration at its most analytical, turning a legend into a data-driven reconstruction. While the structural science is fascinating, the 2026 digital resurrection has also brought the human story back to the forefront. The 5-square-mile Titanic debris field is a sprawling graveyard of over 5,000 artifacts, most of which have been slowly buried by the steady marine snow of the North Atlantic. New 2026 documentaries are using sub-bottom profiling integrated into the digital twin to see through the silt. They are finding objects that haven't been seen since the night of the sinking. We are seeing high-definition renders of pairs of shoes sitting side by side on the ocean floor. a biological signature of where a body once lay before the calcium-hungry deep sea reclaimed the remains. We are seeing unopened leather suitcases that, according to 2026 thermal and sonar imaging, may still contain perfectly preserved clothing, letters, and keepsakes. The cold, low-oxygen environment inside a sealed leather bag can act as a natural preservative, and the 2026 scans are identifying these time capsules without the need for risky physical recovery. One documentary highlights a piece of jewelry, a gold pendant resting near the stern, its intricate engravings visible for the first time in 114 years, thanks to the resolution of the digital model. These aren't just artifacts, they are micro-histories that provide a name and a face to the statistics of the tragedy. However, the urgency of this 2026 mission is driven by a sobering reality. The Titanic is a biological feast. A unique iron-eating bacteria called Halomonas titanici is slowly but surely consuming the ship. These microbes create the rusticles we see hanging from the bow, delicate icicle-like structures of oxidized metal that eventually crumble into dust. 2026 studies on the rate of decay suggest that the wreck is losing nearly 600 pounds of iron every single day. The captain's bathtub, one of the most famous sights of the wreck, has already vanished as the deck above it collapsed. The iconic gymnasium and the roof of the grand staircase are now essentially piles of iron ore. This makes the 2026 digital twin an essential insurance policy for history. By creating a millimeter-perfect snapshot of the wreck now, we are ensuring that when the physical Titanic eventually collapses into a red smear on the seafloor, which many experts believe will happen within the next 20 to 30 years, we will still have the data. We will still be able to walk through the corridors in a virtual reality environment long after the steel has returned to the Earth. The 2026 documentaries are taking this a step further by using augmented reality, AR, and AI to create an immersive experience. Viewers can now put on a headset and see the ghost ship, the 1912 version of the Titanic, superimposed exactly over the 2026 wreck data. You can watch as the virtual mahogany paneling and crystal chandeliers are layered over the rusted, cavernous ruins of the first-class dining saloon. Perhaps most hauntingly, AI is being used to reconstruct the sonic environment of the wreck. By analyzing the structural data of the scanned corridors and the acoustic properties of the materials found on site, sound engineers have recreated what it would have sounded like inside the ship as it moved through the water. The sonic ghost of the Titanic is the final piece of the 2026 digital resurrection, turning a silent grave into a living, breathing historical record. As we look at these 2026 results, we are forced to confront a difficult question. Does this level of digital access bring us closer to the truth, or does it turn a site of immense human suffering into a digital curiosity? For the descendants of those on board, the Titanic digital twin is often seen as a way to honor the memory of the lost, providing a permanent monument that the ocean can never destroy. For scientists, it is the ultimate laboratory for studying how structures fail and how life survives in the deep. For the rest of us, it is a reminder of our own fragility and our enduring obsession with the unsinkable ship. What do you think of this 2026 digital resurrection? Does draining the ocean make the Titanic feel more real to you? Or is there something to be said for leaving the mysteries of the deep sea in the dark? I want to hear your take in the comments. This is a conversation about history, technology, and ethics that is only just beginning. If you found this update on the shipwreck exploration and the latest Titanic data fascinating, please hit the like button. It helps us reach more history and tech enthusiasts like you. And if you want to be the first to see the next breakthroughs in deep-sea archaeology and the digital twin revolution, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We are following the 2026 exploration season very closely, and you won't want to miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.